Perhaps the marquee matchup of the weekend, that's the Chiefs and the 49ers meeting in a rematch of Super Bowl 58. Everybody's looking forward to this one. And one of the big picture things that we're all going to be looking at when we're watching this game is where the Chiefs are at the skill positions. Obviously, they've had their issues. Rashee Rice is hurt. Hollywood Brown is hurt. It seems unlikely that either of those guys come back. I know the way the Chiefs view it is if they get either of those guys back during the 2024 season, it would be a bonus. So the big question has been what they're going to do at the receiver position and if they're going to add somebody. Devontae Adams was never on the table for them. The Raiders were never going to trade him in division to the Chiefs. Amari Cooper might have been. He's off the table now. So would the Chiefs look at bringing in somebody else? Deontay Johnson or Adam Thielen out of Carolina, DeAndre Hopkins or Treylon Burks out of Tennessee? My answer to that would be maybe. The Chiefs' plan after Rashee Rice went down a couple of weeks ago was to take a deep breath and look at what they had at the receiver position and see what they could get out of Xavier Worthy and Juju Smith-Schuster and whether or not they felt like that would be enough to make a real run at a third consecutive Super Bowl title. They're still in that process, and they've still got a couple of weeks before the trade deadline. Remember, we're still more than 2 weeks away from that. So I think one thing to watch in this game against San Francisco is what it looks like out there. Now, Juju looked great the last time out. The Chiefs have had this effect that the Patriots used to have when Tom Brady was the quarterback there, where they could get more out of skill guys because of the quarterback. So Juju Smith-Schuster has flashed. You figure Xavier Worthy will come along and continue to come along as an explosive weapon as a rookie. But, you know, I think the question becomes, what does this look like against the better teams in the league? What does this look like if you're playing Buffalo in the playoffs? You're playing Cincinnati in the playoffs. You're playing Baltimore in the playoffs. You're playing Houston in the playoffs. What does this look like? And that's why I think this week's game is so interesting from a Chiefs perspective, not just in the small picture because they're undefeated and you like to keep winning, but also what it's going to mean for them going forward and how they approach their rosters as we get closer to that November 5th trade deadline.